Hi guys, Gaming Bear here. Right, today we're having a look at the Panzer IIIA and doing a quick review of it before getting into some gameplay and doing an evaluation of the tank and where it fits in the German line. So this is the Panzer IIIA, a Tier 3 German light tank. So it looks chunky, it's leading up to the German line, but the armour at this starts off with the standard turret, oops, which has got a 14mm and it's got a view range of 320 metres. You can upgrade this, and that allows you to put on the first two guns. You can put in the 3.7cm and the one of the two flaks. You can't put on the second 38 or the 5cm. So let's upgrade the turret. Upgrading the turret will change the characteristics, put your armor up to 30, and allow you then to put the 5cm on, which is the gun you want to use with this tank. The power to weight ratio. Let's have a look. I should call up the details. Okay, power to weight ratio. Well, at DPM you're looking 1680, which is quite good. Damage 70 a shot. Penetration with standard 60, 89 I believe with 96 with premium, and then HE not so good. You look 25mm, but it's got more damage for lighter skinned targets or for taking tracks off things, which is what I like using it for. So rate of fire 24 rounds per minute, aim time 2.3 seconds, dispersion 0.48. So not the most accurate guns. You need to do something about the aiming, but we're looking with this the mobility and the power to weight ratio. So let's have a look. So power to weight of 26.57, which is very good. And if you can boost your crew, it can go up by an additional 5%. So you're looking at a little bit extra to help around the battlefield. So traversing 40 kilometers an hour. Terrain resistance 1.1, 1.3 and 2.3, so quite good around the battlefield. Gun elevation 20 degrees, gun depression 10 degrees, so there or thereabouts. But the ability of this is to manoeuvre, to hide, to be stealthy for your team, and to be able to spot the enemy. It's a light, low-level tank. You want to learn the abilities of fire and manoeuvre, spot for your team and help them to win. That's what you can do, because you're going to go overmatched. You're going to get into higher tier games against tier 4s, tier 5s, sort of like the KV1s, tough tanks like that, and then you're in a situation of how do you deal with that? What do you do to actually take it out or help your team take it out? And that's what you need to be thinking about. So let's have a look. So with this, manoeuvring around the battlefield using the armour. So let's have a look at the armour or the view range, 320 metres, which can be boosted up using binoculars. So I have it set up with binoculars, camo net and vents to allow you to maximise your abilities to hide and to be able to spot from a static position, which this is very good at doing. So let's have a look at let's compare it to other light tanks of the same tier. So let's go for for M3 Stuart. So let's compare it to the M3 Stuart. Armour wise, it's not as good. The turret is weaker. So let's look at the power to weight ratio. So power to weight ratio, it's not actually as good. So you've got to look for different things that this can do. So view range 320 meters, not as good as the Stuart. But so in comparison to the Stuart, it's got the DPM for an additional 640 damage per minute. So this can take out its opposing American number very easily, and then come back to spotting with a view range of 320 meters to be able to spot for your team. But you need to be able to spot and deal with your opponent. He's got better armor, but you've got a better gun. The aim time is not so good. Dispersion isn't so good. It's less accurate on the move, so you've got to come, as you'll see in the thing. Shots were I was firing on the move. The dispersion, the target was straight in front of me, the gorilla, and I couldn't. The shots were going everywhere. Couldn't shoot a barn door from the inside. So you need to be working more slowly. You need to aim, and that's the only way you can really, or else you've got to get close. If you can get close, you can bring in the additional 600 damage per minute to take out that opponent. So make sure you can keep on the move, repair your tracks, and be able to deal with your opposing number, and then get back to spotting. So your thing that you need to do on the battlefield is spot, find their light tanks, destroy their light tanks, move in, destroy their artillery, which are the bane of your heavy tanks. Your heavy tanks and tank destroyers can then help you to destroy their heavy tanks. and you prevent their light tanks from coming in and doing the same to your light tanks and your artillery. So you want to be able to keep on the move, to be able and keep your brain about you, to be able to use the abilities of the tank. So you look at what's good. The armor's not so good, the accuracy's not so good, but the gun is excellent. The penetration is slightly better than the Americans, so you've got a better gun with a better rate of fire. So this gives you the advantage, so you work with what your advantage is, whereas if you're playing the other tank, then you use your armour against him, you use your better view range, don't let him spot you, and help call in damage from your team to destroy him before he can take you to pieces. Or else, well, he can't even run away. So that's another thing you've got with the Panzer III. The Panzer III has got 68 kilometers an hour top speed, so you can actually catch up to the M3 trying to run away. But what the M3 has got is acceleration, so he can get up to 61 faster, but then you're going to catch him up. So the M1 would need to, the M3 would need to go uphill to try and leave you behind, and then use the power to weight ratio against you. Whereas if you can outthink him and use your abilities to actually catch him, get in close and deal with him effectively, and then get back to spotting and helping your team. And that's what you need to do with this tank. So without further ado, let's get back and have a look at the armour. Bear with me a second. So armour wise, 3D model. So we shall call in the armour model. So this is what we're working with. Not a very well armoured tank, but if you're firing over a ridge, aiming at your opponents, what they're seeing, you saw an area there about effectively 190 mil. You can pull off some occasional bounces, 79, 80 mil. The rest of it you're looking 25 to 40 mil, and the body you're looking nothing. So you poke over a ridge, make sure they can only see this area. So use inundations to be able to troll your opponents, and don't let them get shots on the commander's cupola. Yes, 51 mil is okay. Glancing shots, you're looking 70-ish, but you want to poke over, fire, and get out of there. If you think they're aiming at you, don't stay there. Don't wait for them to re-aim on your spot. Keep moving, come out somewhere else, hide, stealth it, and come back and deal with them from a different direction. So as you see, the armour itself is pants. Yeah, the turret, the sides, you're looking 25 mil. You'll only pull off some lucky bounces. You've got to use this cleverly, and remember that you're just a scout. Your armour is just pants, big baggy ones. It's not going to cut it. So imagine you haven't got any armour, and anything that's going to hit you is going to kill you or shoot you and damage you. And so you want to be able to think outside the box, use your abilities, use the view range, and use your skills of that DPM to get in close, take out their eyes, kill their light tanks, and then use your brain as the next move, where to go, what to do, and how to help your team decimate the opponents. So without further ado, let's get on and do that. Okay, let's get into this game. Right, so this is... Okay, here we are, Serene Coast, where down the bottom, it's a heavily tier 5 game. Let's look at the team layouts. As you can see, we've got PT5s, we've got Guerrillas, DW2s, Lees, Type 95s, Covenanters, heavy tier 4, tier 5 tanks on both sides, and there's me as the as one of the scouts. So I'm going to move up and get into a spotting position. So let's speed this up and see what we can do. So the first idea is just speed through, get into a spotting position, use this manoeuvrability. So up to 57, 58 kph, 62, 63, 65, heading down towards the bush and getting into position. I was thinking the one behind, but then I thought, no, move up to this bush. Get set up, binoculars kicking in, and camo net. Let's get ready to see what we can see. So I've got the front looking in this direction, and I was going to check over in the centre, so I'm looking round, seeing what I can see. So then I spot the Type 91 coming in. So I get ready. Oops. Oh, he's backing up. He's in a whole world of trouble. Oh, yes. And he's down. And at the same time, I'm spotting the Matilda. So I'm checking, seeing what I can do. Keeping him under observation. Now, he's down to 185 health. And I've been doing the spotting for the team. Pretty good going. So, I can check out, see what's happening over to the right. Checking this way. We've only got one T25 coming down this side. Everyone else is pushing the other way. So I was going to help and push, but at this stage I was thinking I could be running into a wall of tanks. I'm doing a good job spotting, and you don't want to rush out of position. And then we got the Type 91 who's starting to swear in German, I think, possibly. And oh, and there I spot the Matilda. So he's there. We've got the T25, and that guy's just gone. So speed this up a little bit. He's moving in, and I'm thinking at this point, okay, time to go. Let's move in, give him some assistance. As far as I know, there's only the two of us here. No one else is spotted on the other team. So I'm going to use my vision ability to be able to help the team. So I'm staying low, and that's when the Excelsior is spotted. So at this point, I was thinking, okay, I'm going to get in close, stay below the ridge so he can't spot me, and I'm going to circle round to the side, and then get round to his rear. So I'm going to slowly move forward, see if I can spot anyone else, and if he's not got help, I'm going to push round and shoot him in the arse. And then that's when I noticed the Valentine. Valentine AT, one tough tank up there, and he spotted me. So I'm backing off as quickly as possible before there we go. So he's probably auto shot, but either way he's missed. It's 5-3, we're pushing and winning on the other side. So I'm pulling back, and I think, okay, I'm going to try and skirt around, get low, use this hollow, stay away from his gunfire, use the slope against him, get in quick, and get in behind him. The Excelsior's up there, too slow to catch me. I'm going to push in on the base and circle round behind. That's my idea at the moment. So I'm going to move in, see what's here, checking everywhere, and that's when I spot the Griller. So, aiming in. Here we go. Okay, boy, you're mine. Oh yes, have some. Here it comes. And one thing you can't do is let RT aim. So, time to move. He does a snapshot because he's realised I'm moving before fully aimed. I stop because I know he's now fired. I try a shot on the move before he gets into cover, and I'm hunting him down. Now this is where you see the aiming reticule. It's huge. This is one not very accurate tank, firing anywhere. And because I noticed there are tanks coming in on the behind, I'm still missing on the move. This isn't very accurate, so I come in on a straight line behind him, and I fire one shot in, which is nice. Coming over, shot in, and I'm slowing down to make it more accurate. And that's when I realised the Valentine's now there, and I'm thinking I've got to get one shot in before I deal with the Valentine, and he misses. So I'm pulling off, and I know I need to shoot the superstructure. So I'm aiming at the superstructure. Shot in. Now he's luckily taken out by T25. I may not have got that shot in, so I'm pushing in. 2 kills, and that's when the UE is there. Time to deal with him. It's 14-4. My mate in T25 misses. He gets shot with one from behind. I'm coming in quick, aiming, boom, headshot, and he's mine. And WN8 4833. Let's have a look at the post-game stats. So following that, quite a good match. WN8 5840, 100%, first class or ace tanker, 1068 experience, so quite a nice game. Buzzing around the map quite a bit, so very, very nice. So mastery, fire for effect. Damage wasn't the most important thing, but it was how you work the field and spotting that was really important for getting the Panzer 3A, the mastery in a tier 5 game. So let's have a look. So we got even though it wasn't damage that we were really looking for, we still got 3 kills out of it. So 3 kills, almost 700 damage and 340 spotting. So let's have a look. So that first one was the Type 91, the first takedown. A little bit of shooting towards the Matilda, then coming in towards the Valentine, then Grill, and then working the way round to kill off the Grill and the UE-57 with help, which was just a heck of a situation. So that's what you can do to actually get up there. And let's have a look experience-wise. So top on experience, 3 kills, 695 damage. And details, 15 shots, 11 hits, 11 pens. So every shot that hit penned. But I moved over to premium because the tanks I was firing at were either range or very tough, and I didn't want to risk not being able to shoot. Experience-wise, so 1,068 experience plus a bonus for premium. So very nice game. And this is what you can do in the Panzer IIIA to be able to get a mastery. So use the spotting, use the view range. You can see I've gone for the ability to actually aim, then everything else was spotting with the radio operator, and the commander and the loader I've gone for camo. So at the moment it's a little bit of accuracy plus the and spotting, so the binoculars and the camo net plus the vents to give you the additional 5%. So the commander's up to 105, everyone else is up to 116%, and that's what makes this tank. So it puts a standard 320 meter view range up to 416 meters, which gives you that difference. And when you're in bush with the camo net up, plus this works out around at 20% camo overall, 18-20% camo overall. So this is how you can get the mastery in it. So loadout, I've gone for a combination of AP for softer targets, APCR for harder targets, or there or thereabouts which may not penetrate, and HEs for the even tougher ones to be able to take the track off, things like KV-1. So you take the tracks off, pin them in place, and if you can get round the back and shoot them. But if you can't penetrate them from range, take the tracks off and move around the side, get in and hit them from the softer side or the rear. So that's what you need to do. As you saw, this works quite well getting close. You saw the top speed, so you need the extra abilities to help you to work with your power to weight ratio. The armoured turret, so you poke over things and maximise the ability of the turret to bounce things occasionally. Don't guarantee it. And then thin hull, but it allows you to have the speed combined with the power to weight ratio to get you around the battlefield, to spot your targets, and to help your team win. And that's what this does, to lead you in towards the German lights and following the rest of the tree, as we'll see from here. The Panzer III, the DW2, basically the lights, mediums, and heavies lines going through on the German line to teach you more about just about everything there is. So from here, up the medium tree, all the way up to the engine and further up, and then into the DW2, Panzer IV, and up towards the Tiger, or through this line into the Tiger. I've already come through and researching the Tiger P on this account, so it's a good linking tank that can take you up the mediums and into the Tiger P, the Tiger, and then backward into the Tiger P, if you want to. So it's a very good linking tank. But this is how you can get an ace mastery in this tank, and then get ready to lead through. Let's have a look, see how I'm doing. So tier 4, Panzer III, where are we? Panzer IIIA, 59%, and I want to move on when I've got this up to 60%. As soon as it's gone purple, I'm then going to move up and focus on the next tank. So you can see that I'm working my way through, getting everything purple, so that's showing a 60% win rate before I then move on, before I move the crew up. So this crew itself is on the first skill, halfway through, and then this crew will then move on to the next level of tank as I get rid of this tank, and I will keep select ones ready to use as time goes on. This isn't the greatest of tanks. It's an okay tank, and you can play it well, but it's not a really strong tank. It's okay. So this is the Panzer IIIA. This is how you can get a mastery in it, and I'm the Gaming Bear. So see you on the next one, and have fun. Cheers, guys. Bye.